setting it up. Okay, we are live. Thank you everybody for joining the infra meeting. This time we prepared all the updates up front, so we have everything written down, but just gonna shortly go through them. Essentially this week I'm gonna start with myself. I mostly worked on the NearUp release for fixing several issues. One of them was the Genesis automatic restarts. So when we do a hard fork, it restarts now automatically and pulls the new version. Also, there was an issue which didn't pull the config.json every time when it restarts. So anytime when we upload the new config, it doesn't reload. Now it does. Also, we enabled betanet logging for all the validators by default. So it's fully verbose. So we collect all the insights immediately and we get better debugging if something goes wrong. Also, I added native Mac support for Near, which was deleted. We didn't have that before because there was an issue which was not producing binaries on Near core. That was fixed. And also I added support for Night 3 betanet releases, which can be used now in NearUp. Updated the documentation to add this support, like explain how to do this. And also I'm currently working on disabling the colored logging on the nodes by default. So when we collect the logging through array log, we don't have to strip the additional characters. Also, we added core dumps to the Packer images. We deployed via Terraform for the RPCs. So now all the new images will have core dumps enabled by default. And yeah, I started looking into the FOSSA integration. I plan to start working tomorrow on setting up a document with a spreadsheet with all the repos and all the owners and create a script which is going to be automatically detecting which repos have the initialization done firstly, and then which kind of code base they are, because different code base will need different configs. So for example, if it's a node code base, we'll have to set up a node config, and then we can just propagate that config to all the node repos. If it's a Rust config, it's going to be just propagated to all the other repos, and it's going to be creating PRs automatically to all the owners, which have to approve them to land. After that, we're going to start the integration the week after, probably with the CI, hopefully. Mario, can you give an update on your side?
Yeah, creating a Zoom account. Besides that, so I finished the migration of mainnet and testnet RPC to the using newest nodes. They have more CPU and also some other nice features. They're easier to spin up and all other things. So also this week I've been working on faster backups. So now I actually leverage the changes introduced by new RPC infrastructure, and instead of I would say manually copying data, like from instance to GCP buckets, I take the snapshot and I create a new machine, and that machine has far more bandwidth and this throughput than the old ones, so it's faster. So it's now around 30 minutes, something like that. Also enabled those backups for RPC nodes, so not only archival ones. So we have public backups available even for RPC nodes. Added some minor tags for AWX, so it's really useful because you can see in Grafana, for example, if a job was run, like you can see like very clearly in Grafana, like it's really nice to have. So resized an indexer instance. One instance was too small. We had besides that we had like issues with the indexer due to the database, but also one of them was didn't have enough CPU, and also introduced Prometheus configuration for bridge instances. So on that side, the bridge monitoring is enabled. Currently, it's working only for one bridge instance. I think it's testnet Rinkaby. and it needs to be enabled for testnet Robston and for the mainnet instances. But like from Prometheus side, that's done. The metrics needs to be enabled on targeted bridge instances. Like for the next week, I have some issues running
Who's gonna be
Terraform on
doing
it.
that part?
So Marcelo is doing that. If needed, I'm going to help him out. Like I'll see how he's going to progress in that way. Like like we had a meeting today. We discussed all the details and everything. If something come up, I'm going to help him out with that. And also, like I'm not sure about that. We'll see how Marcelo manages to do that. And also yeah, like I need to debug running Terraform in AWX, so that's not working. So I was able to run it locally on my machine. It works without any issues, but on AWX or Ansible Tower it doesn't work properly. I'm not sure why. Like I tried out some fixes, but it doesn't work. I need to figure out what's actually happening. And also revision of all alerts around testnet and mainnet, possibly spawning up new service definitions in PagerDuty. So we're able to differentiate between like for mainnet, it's RPC nodes, backup nodes. For testnet, that would be validator nodes, boot nodes, RPC nodes, because we provision, I would say, most of the infrastructure for testnet. Like there's some validators online, but we hold the majority. So there's more things to be, I would say, like we have more refined setup in PagerDuty. So for instance, we know if an RPC node went down, it's not the same as validator node went down and those kind of things.
Okay. Anybody has questions so far? No? Yes? Okay. Yeah. There's one thing which I wanted to discuss. So currently the Explorer uses status pal, which doesn't support PagerDuty integrations. And the health checks we do on Explorer are very simple. So we have like few health checks, which you just, we sample essentially some HTTP endpoints. And that's good for now. But probably like we should be kind of figuring out a way to move from status pal for this and then integrate it with PagerDuty. So we get automatic alerts. I talked to Frol about it. Like that should be very simple to do. So I created an issue for that. The other thing which I didn't discuss with Vlad Grichina, but I think we should be doing in the future, and I just wanted to raise that with you, Max, and Mario and Bowen, that wallet should have better alerting, because right now we are shooting in the blind. If something goes out on wallet, the only way how we detect it is that somebody from the team or external users detect this, and that's like not great in any way. So I think we should be starting some kind of like collaboration with the wallet team to figure out at least some basic health checks for now, like the Explorer does, and then maybe in the future even something more advanced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stefano would be the contact person in the wallet team. So it was Kendall who was both product owner of the wallet and managing it. Now it's Stefano.
Okay. So what's Stefano's nick? Oh, I'm just gonna write Stefano and then ping him. Okay. Yeah, that's something I want to raise. Like we don't have to do it immediately, but it's obviously something we have to do as soon as we have bandwidth and as soon as possible, because wallet is one of the critical services, and there's no other wallet than the near wallet right now at the moment, which is heavily used. So we should be keeping it up. Yeah. In the future, we also will gonna try to, if that's fine with everybody, to write down the weekly team updates up front, because like from my feeling is that a lot of stuff gets missed, and a lot of stuff like you try to say everything what you did on the spot, and like sometimes you miss it, sometimes uh, like it takes too much time, and in this way it's much better organized. So every week we just want to try to write it up front, put it here, and then go through it, discuss the things, and on the end also put the things for discussion on the end, and then commit it, if that's fine with everybody. I think it's, yeah. Complaints? No complaints?
No, it's great that we prepare things in advance. Also, because it's more organized than the notes that you write on the spot during the meeting. It's
Yes.
easier for me to extract things from it into the summary, weekly summary of the engineering.
Yeah, that was one of the main reasons, because like I looked through some of the old ones and I was like, oh, there's something missing. Oh, Mario didn't say this, I didn't say that. Oh, we forgot to say about this. So this was not that organized. So we decided it's just easier for us and for everybody if we just do this in this way, I believe. So yeah. Any complaints, any other things, or I'm committing these changes and we can call it a day. Okay. Yeah. Thank you everybody for joining, and yeah, see you next week.
See ya.